Hello there, welcome back to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, an Ethiopian minister spoke about Eritrea last night. He talked about how uh, Eritreans fought against Ethiopians, how Eritreans were used against Ethiopians. What he said, is it distortion of facts? Uh, is he trying to create a new narrative? This is not the first time that this Ethiopian minister spoke about Eritrea, spoke about Ethiopia, Eritrea history. Secondly, viewers, you know what happened in Sahardi, Samre, where Tigray military opened fire, some people were injured too. And Tigray government last night issued a statement condemning the action, demanding accountability. What is Tigray military's position? Why did it intervene in Seharti Samre? What did Colonel Hagos Gabre say about military's intervention there? Is it intervention in political affairs? It is violation of military's oath. Let's start, viewers. Firstly, an Ethiopian minister last night talked about the history, Ethiopia Eritrea history. His name is Berhano Mlinji. So he's from the Oromia region of Ethiopia, very close to Ethiopian PM, Minister of Irrigation, I think he is. In the past, too, he spoke about access to sea, he spoke about the rights of our people, and he shared some controversial material in the past about Eritrea. So this is not the first time that this man spoke about Eritrea. And man is very fond of studying history or conducting a research and sharing his findings with the people. Birhano M. Lingiso says that division of Ethiopia and Eritrea is basically a colonial legacy. Colonial powers divided Eritrea and Ethiopia. Firstly. Secondly, he said that in 1890, Eritrea became an Italian colony. And after that, Italians fought against the countries of East Africa and they conscripted Eritreans into Italian military. So, by force, Eritreans were made to fight against Ethiopians, against other African brothers. Italians fought against Ethiopians, you know. But after the defeat of Italians in East Africa in 1941, the British decided to teach Eritreans a lesson. So they gave Massawa port to Ethiopia. Basically, they wanted to teach a lesson to Eritreans. Those Eritreans fought alongside Italians against British, against African countries. And the second purpose of putting Eritrea under Ethiopia was to punish Eritrean economy, etc. So this is what minister is saying, that basically colonizers, Western colonizers made decisions about the boundaries, about the status of Eritrea and Ethiopia. Now, why is that this minister, after every few days, tries to dig up the past? I mean, over 3 decades ago, Eritrea became an independent country. It's an internationally recognized country. It's a seat at the UN. Borders drawn as well. What is now there in digging up the past? Whatever Western colonizers did, question is, will the leaders, will the people in power have a look at what these African leaders did of Ethiopia in the last 3 decades? If colonizers deliberately created obstacles, did these two countries try to remove the obstacles? Did they try to foster real, genuine, friendly neighbor relations or not? No, they could not solve their issues. This is what is happening now as well, not just in Ethiopia, in other parts of Africa too. These leaders have entrenched mistrust and hatred against each other. They instill the same hatred in the minds of the people they rule against other countries' people. So they could not develop open to new ideas and independent thinking nations. Rather, they try to create nations which are hostile towards others. Leaders are to blame too. I am not defending Western colonial powers. You call them colonial powers. This is what they did because they colonized Africa. After the end of colonial era in East Africa, what did African leaders do? What did Ethiopian leaders, Eritrean PFDJ do? Who is to blame? PFDJ, EPRDF. Why is that blame is only shifted on those who ruled centuries ago, and those who have been ruling for decades? They're not being held accountable, they're not being criticized. I think the minister should do his work instead of conducting research into the history of Ethiopia. Eritrea. He should focus on the agricultural issues faced by Ethiopia. Secondly, viewers, Tigray military is justifying its intervention in Seharti Samre, a Wareda in southern Tigray, where Tigray military intervened 2 days ago. It opened fire there. Why? Because Getachew administration is establishing new local cabinet level administrative structures to tighten its hold of the administrative structure in parts of Tigray where this government is in control. Military intervened. Two groups emerged there. One was older administration, and the second one was newer administration backed by Getachew, the government. Military intervened, led by Colonel Hagos Gabre. It dismantled the new setup established there. It demanded the new administrators to hand over the seal, the documents, the office, the keys to the military. They refused. That led to start of a conflict. Military opened fire. Some people were injured there. Military dismantled the new structure established by interim government of Tigray in Seharti Samre. Getachew government last night issued a statement condemning the act, telling the military to leave such matters to be handled by militia and police, asking military commanders, military command to take action against those who fired at people in Seharti Samre. What is military saying? Colonel Hagos Gebre says that the military intervened in Seharti Samre at the invitation, at the request of the people. The intervention was in accordance with the constitution of Tigray. Yes, bullets were fired. It happened. Tigray military is not denying using live ammunition, but it says that its entry was for the protection of the constitution of Tigray. This is how constitution is being interpreted by the military and by Getachew government. Getachew government calls it a violation of constitution, while military calls it work in accordance with the constitution. Can Tigray military intervene in such a manner? Well, if Tigray military does not intervene, you'll see direct clash between Getachew and Debretsion supporters. But Will Tigray military intervene in northwestern Tigray to Inaxom, Shire, etc., where TPLF, Debrecen group, is in control? If Getachew government tries to extend its reach to that part of Tigray, will military support Getachew government? The Debrecen group is strengthening its hold on the government there. Military is silent there. Illegal gold mining ongoing in Tigray issue was highlighted by people of Tigray. They protested. Military remained silent. Military did not try to stop the illegal gold mining, illegal gold smuggling, maybe because military is involved or complicit. But when a new structure on Kabyle level is established in southern Tigray, military is so quick to react. That just shows where military's loyalties are placed. It's clear. Military supports the Debrecen wing. At the same time, it wants to avert a collision between Getachew and Debrecen group supporters. Thanks for watching.